guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hope, and for today's video I'm going to show you how to paint a super basic jellyfish. This is going to be a super easy tutorial, and I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos. I do a lot of pour paintings and a lot of easy acrylic paintings that I think are pretty easy to follow. I said easy a lot. So anyway, back to the painting. Starting off, I just take a lot of different shades of blue, and I start with the lighter shades up towards like the top left of the painting, and then I get darker towards the bottom of the painting, and I'm kind of painting this in a diagonal direction. As you can see, like how the lighter blue is more towards like the top diagonal half and the darker is more towards the bottom, if that makes sense. And I'm just going back and forth and blending all the colors and making it look a little more flawless, if that makes sense. And after this, once it starts to dry a little bit, not fully dry, just about halfway there, I'm going to take the same big brush and I'm going to dip it in my water and just start dripping these drops on top of the painting. And after this painting fully dries, I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm going to dab at the bubbles that I created, or I dab at the water that I dripped on there, and it's going to create these like bubbles throughout the painting. And I like the way that this looks. It gives it just a little more natural bubble effect. And after I'm like finished the jellyfish, I'm going to go back and work on those bubbles. I'm not just leaving it. For this next step, it looks like I'm missing a clip. I pretty much just took red and I outlined the shape that I wanted for the top of the jellyfish. And now I'm just placing down that first layer of color. I do a lot of layers for this top of the jellyfish just because I think it's easier to build it up to the color that I want. So I'm starting with like lighter shades towards the top of the jellyfish, and then I'm going to use darker shades towards the bottom. And for this part, I'm trying to stick with like yellows and oranges towards the top, and I'm going to go more with like greens and blues towards the bottom. And I'm just going to keep on layering these colors until I get the effect that I want. After this first layer dries a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and take a paintbrush and start painting the body of the jellyfish. I'm not exactly sure what these like squiggly lines of the jellyfish are called, but I'm just going to do like another first layer of these, and I just layered different colors. And you want to make sure that the lines are going in all sorts of directions. You don't want to make it look uniform. And after I get some of these basic like skinnier lines down, I'm going to take a smaller brush and start to make some of them thicker. So like for this first one, I just take purple and I just kind of like go back and forth with my paintbrush, and then I go over top of that with some white just to add some dimension. Also, sorry about my voice, I'm like a little sick, but I still wanted to get this video up today, so I'm pushing through. And then I'm just going to keep doing that for a couple of them. So like this next one I did like a lighter purple, but I'm going to go back with like another color on top to add some dimension. So I don't just do it one basic color. I like to layer some colors on top of each other. And then after some of these dry, I'm going to go back up to the top of the jellyfish, and I'm just going to do another layer on top of that. see, I got those basic colors down, and then I went back in with my red and I kind of divided the colors up a little bit. And now I'm going back down to the bottom of my jellyfish, and I'm just going to finish up the body of it. Like I said, I don't know what those lines are called. I probably should have looked it up. But I'm going back in and I'm creating some thicker lines. And for this, I'm using a slightly bigger brush than I did earlier in the video. And I'm just layering those colors like I did before. And after this, I'm going to go ahead and add some more skinnier ones. And I'm just going to keep overlapping them and going different directions just to make it look not as uniform and more like it's like swimming in the water, if that makes sense. And like I said, this is a super basic jellyfish. It's very easy to create. And after this part, I'm going to go back in, like I said, with the bubbles, and I'll show you that step in just a sec. I do go in with a little brush and I pick up a little bit of white, and lightly I'll go over some of those bubbles that we created earlier. I'll just like highlight the outside of the Hades. Sorry, my cat's rubbing on my computer. I'll just go in with that little brush and I will highlight the outer edges of the circles, and I'll even put like a little highlight inside of the circles on some of them. And I want to add too that in the beginning of the video, I don't think I showed this, but I took one of my paintbrushes and I picked up some blue, and a couple inches above the canvas I would hold it, and then I would lightly tap on it just to create some of these little blue specks that you see throughout the background. And I just liked the way that it looked, so I went ahead and did that. And yeah, so I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.